When stress happens, our body goes through a series of physiological changes to prepare the body to either fight the threat that brought on the stress or run away from it. This is just how nature built us. It's just our human biology at work. One of the physiological responses affects our breathing. Our breathing becomes rapid and shallow. This is, again, to prepare us for physical action. One of the most powerful ways that we can counteract the stress response and bring our body back into homeostasis is by intentionally breathing deeply and slowly. Because when we do that, the brain says, oh, I guess whatever caused me to ring the alarm bell must be resolved, and it stops ringing the alarm bells, and those physiological changes in the body begin to settle. So I'm going to talk to you today about how to do intentional breathing and give you some tips. And then at the end, I have a separate video where I'll actually coach you through 2 minutes of intentional breathing. I'm breaking it into 2 videos so that in the future, you can go just watch the guided intentional breathing and you won't have to watch all the intro stuff every time you want to practice breathing. Because the important thing about intentional breathing is it's not something we do just when we feel stressed. It should be something that we do every day, because there's a lot of stress built up in our system, and it's going to take practice to work that stress out and teach our body to breathe more slowly and deeply on a regular basis. Now, of course, when you encounter a stressor, intentional breathing is a great way to get your body back. But we don't want to wait until we're feeling stressed to do intentional breathing. I would encourage you to take out your phone right now and set an appointment on your calendar every day to do intentional breathing for 2 minutes. Pick a time that will work with your busy schedule, maybe in the morning when you're getting ready, when you get home from work, or in the evening before you go to bed. And breathe with me every day. Okay, when we do intentional breathing, one thing we want to do is we want to move the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a thin muscle that is in our torso. It attaches to our rib cage and our spinal column. It resides between the lungs and the digestive system. When we take a big, deep inhale, the diaphragm moves down, and that muscle actually massages our digestive system to keep it awake and functioning as it should. And then when we exhale, a good, deep exhale brings the diaphragm up against the lungs and the heart. So we know we're breathing right when if we put a hand on our chest and a hand on our abdomen and we inhale, we feel both hands move. Another thing about intentional breathing is, as much as possible, you want to be breathing in and out through the nose. Now, there are times when we've got some congestion going on and we have to breathe through our mouth, but we want to breathe through the nose as much as possible. Another aspect of intentional breathing is the exhale is longer than the inhale, because a long, slow exhale is just another reminder to the nervous system that it's okay to calm down, that everything is safe. And then also in the breathing technique that I'm going to coach you through, we're going to be pausing and holding our breath. So we'll be doing a nice slow inhale, holding the breath for several seconds, and then a longer, slow exhale through the nose. Now, when you first start intentional breathing, it may feel a little awkward, especially if your default mode is slow and shallow breathing, and you've been doing it for a long time. So like anything, take your time, realize that you're learning. This is just a practice. Do the best you can. And the more often that you practice deep, intentional breathing, the easier it will be. If you have any questions or comments for me, you can leave them down below, or you can always reach out to me by sending an email to carolyn@carolynpitts.com. If you have questions, I would love to hear from you so that I can clarify the information in future videos. Okay, one more thing before you go watch the guided breathing video. If you like this type of content, don't miss a single video by subscribing to my Intention Circle. You can go to intendwell.us, join my list, and once a week on Friday morning, I'll send you a link to all my content for the week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Now go get breathing and remember to intend well.